The SPARCs Hub really acts as a conduit between all of the other modules so that we avoid the errors that are caused by repeatedly entering the same information. You'll notice here that the illustration shows how the different modules relate to each other, pulling staff, department, and college information from the university administration. As we enter the SPARCs Hub, you'll be faced with a screen that indicates that the system is backing up, which it will do every morning as you turn the system on. On the far right, you will see the date and times of each of the automatic backups that have been performed. We have the opening, which will be done each time the system is turned on, the closing, which will be done when it's shut down, and the user has the ability to perform a manual backup as well at any time that they'd like. The current date will be entered automatically each morning as the system is turned on, and the current day is assigned based on the day of the week and is utilized in those backups. You'll notice here that each of the individual modules has a section that is color-coded to match the colors that are utilized in that particular module for the screen headers. This is so that the user will eventually recognize which database they are active in simply by the colors of the headers that are being used. There appears to be a void up in the top left-hand corner, which will be filled out when we perform the system setup. We will simply enter the information regarding the institution, which in this case we will say it is a test university. I've already pre-loaded information here for the administrator of the SPARC system, as well as the individuals who will receive copies of automatic email reminders for the administration office. You select from the drop-down list the current fiscal year, the beginning and ending month of that fiscal year, and then go down to number 4 and insert your picture of your logo if it is appropriate, which we will do. And by selecting the Continue button, you will post this same information to all of the different modules. As we've done that, you'll notice that on the main menu again, we see that the Test University has been entered as well as the logo that was posted. Along the top ribbon, you will see that there are a number of buttons that will consistently appear in most of the screens that you see in the SPARC system. The ones that are appearing here are unique to the SPARCs Hub, which is Open All Databases. By selecting that button, the user will open all of the databases that they have access to utilizing their username and password. The button to the right is for the search function for the help topics. To the right of that, the manual backup button, the close all databases, which performs just the opposite of the open all, and of course we've already seen the system setup button. The fields that are used in the system setup button are global stored fields, so once that is done one time, it will not be necessary to change that. The user will be able to perform a number of routine functions from the main menu of the SPARCs Hub simply by selecting the appropriate button under the section heading. In order to enter the individual databases, the user will simply select the oval shape at the top of the section, which we will do now, and enter the Sponsor Programs database. You'll notice that the setup information has been populated from the SPARCs Hub, which includes the logo and the name of the university. The fiscal year and the other information that was populated has also been brought over. Along the top menu, you will notice that we have navigational buttons, the yellow which will return you to the main menu of the SPARCs Hub. To the right of that is a SPARCs Hub button which will take you to the help screens that are unique to that particular module. We have the manual backup button and the SPARC setup button. The Sponsor Programs module has a few items of information that are unique to the setup of that module that don't relate to the others, so it is advisable that the user will select the Setup button the first time they enter the Sponsor Programs module and enter that information. We'll now select the button and return to the SPARCs main menu.